Okay, today I had three 7 steps I did today, and that got me to 32 count on the counter today. And I talked to a couple people that I never met before, didn't really know them. I know the people who they frequent their social media, and uh, they're in the consulting, um, business consulting, um, mentoring, trainer business, right? And it, it got me thinking of something. And then I talked to my son. My son is a top sales person for Tesla in San Diego, California. And he was talking to me. So we just started talking about sales. We do this a lot. And, you know, I was asking what kind of people that he gets mostly. And he gets a lot of people that are military or law enforcement. And he started saying he gets engineers. But they ask these like unanswerable questions, right? I'm like, oh, like what? He's like, what if the battery goes dead, right? And which would be kind of hard to do on a Tesla because they go forever, right? And and I said, well, okay. So when you get somebody, and so I see that when I'm talking to somebody who's not in the 28 to 48, married, has kids, owns a house, makes over $50,000 a year, okay, a lot of what I say doesn't resonate with them. If they're, especially if they're single, they don't have any kids, right? They're they're gonna miss a lot, okay? It just doesn't compute with them, okay? They're not saving their money for one, okay? They're not. They're trying to make more money, but they're spending more money, okay? So when I'm doing the 7 step, I realized that's who I got. When I do the financial foundation, I ask them, when they, what's your greatest asset? And then, I tell them, you're your greatest asset. There's things that need to get done, and you're not around, they're never going to get done. There's people that count on you, and if you're not there, they're going to be at a deficit. Okay. And then we go to the debt management, and then we go to the emergency fund, and then we go to investments. Okay. And usually that's where I find out they don't have a clue. And so when I get to the rule of 72, and we get to the 12%, all right, I get that question. Well, where can you get 12%? Okay. And it's like, okay, well, all right, let me show you. All right. And then we talk about, the index universal life. I got a graph that shows the index universal life versus the variable universal life from 2000 to 2012. And it's 0.43% for the variable universal life, and it's like 114.49% for the index universal life. Okay. And which would you rather have? Okay. And they didn't even know that existed. Okay. But it gets them thinking, gets them realizing, okay, that I know something, that I got some information that they probably need to know more about. And we got rapport. I'm gonna send them books, right? And then so I told my son, I said, when they ask that question, I said, well, okay, so what do you do right now if you run out of gas? Do you always drive your car till it's empty before you fill it up? Okay, that'll get rid of that question. That'll get rid of that stall for them. But in much of what we do, it's maybe like the first time that people really get an in-depth understanding or conversation about finances, and they start to realize what they don't know, and you don't want to make them not want to come back to you because you made them feel stupid. Okay, you want them to come back to you for answers. Okay, so it's what we have, because there's such a lack of understanding information. We're the only ones teaching people this way, right? Getting them to understand. All right. I had a good day, and it's that those all become really good warm market. That becomes a market that they know that I know something. Okay. Unlike when you have people that have known you for a while but not knowing you doing this, and now you're doing this, and now you can't tell them what you know because they don't believe that you know it more than they do, because they didn't see you learning it or implementing it, right? But all right, that's my leadership talk for today. All right.